Hello, my friends. Welcome to yet another broadcast of the weekly free instant tournament. I will share the screen in a moment as soon as I verify that the streaming is going well, and I just did that. So let's share the screen, go to BBO, and find the weekly free instant tournament. 8 deals of match point scoring. Let's have some fun this cold Monday morning here in the Eastern USA. Solitaire tab, weekly free. We begin with the opponents starting the auction with one club. We have an opening bid and a nice, not great, mediocre, it's a good word, diamond suit. I can't believe some people would double with this hand because of the 3 cards in each major. I am a believer. I think that bidding your long suits with 5 or more cards is usually the best way to go. Although I would double if I had 5-4-3-1. But here I prefer to let partner bid any major, if only voluntarily, not induced by a double. So 3 clubs is a diamond raise. See here. Has 4 diamonds, so we found our fit. 4 diamonds and a middling hand. You see the mixed raise. Mixed is the idea behind it. The name of the raise is that it's not as weak as a preemptive raise, but not as good as an invitational raise. But it has roughly the same amount of trumps, which is 4, which is between invitation and a preempt. And so we have no game aspirations here. So let's just play. Well, East is coming back. Apparently he was too weak to beat 3 spades. So he's showing a very weak hand with 4 spades. I think that's risky strategy for East, but to each his own. And I certainly don't want to go to the 4 level. And I don't want to do. I think you have a good chance of defeating it, but it's not good enough to double. This may be a very normal result, and in match points, doubling them could be a disaster. So the King of Diamonds is, wow, that's a very good hand in East. Certainly one with which I would have raised immediately over 3 clubs without any concerns whatsoever. So the King of Diamonds is usually, they lead king from ace king, the robots. And so this is ace king of diamonds, which means that there's not much room for much else. But that said, apparently we might hope for 1 trick in each suit if that queen jack of hearts becomes a trick. It's not very likely because Mr. West should have, well, let's say he has 3 diamonds, which is the expectation since partner showed at least 4. 3 diamonds, 4 spades, and he certainly will have enough club tricks to dispose of his hearts. One way to think about that is counting his tricks. So if he can win 3 trump tricks, losing 1 to our king, make 2 diamonds roughs, and that means that's 5. Ace king of hearts, 7. And now all he needs is 3 club tricks, and he can get them probably either by having the queen of clubs or even by finessing a lot of clubs. So looks like they'll make it at this point. Looks like they'll get 10 tricks. Here is, we can try to deceive the robot by playing the queen instead of the jack, since we know that partner is pretty much dead after the first trick. Trying to deceive the declarer is something that it's a matter of temperament. Some players love to do it. Some players get afraid of the risk. but it's sometimes it's good strategy. Of course, it's anything in bridge. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But here, this is an ideal condition for playing the wrong honor. Of course, I assume that most of you know why the jack would be the right honor. But the wrong honor here, the queen, might induce the declarer to, let's say he has something like a double queen of clubs and four hearts, because if he has three hearts, then he will discard a heart on a club anyway. But he might have to decide between a heart finesse or a club to the 10 finesse at some point. And maybe by having shown the queen instead of the jack, I can induce him to go wrong. So it's a good effort. As I said, the hand is not really looking good for us. And the best that we can do at this point is just defend neutrally, finding that partner has two spades and therefore the player has four. Now he has only one diamond rough in dummy. So he did indeed finesse. Let's take out that trump in dummy. And apparently we'll have a diamond trick at some point. Unless the player can pitch it immediately in the hearts. If he can, now if he has three clubs to the queen, we are not in good shape. Okay, so he still has a trump and a club. He made 10 tricks. And have made things tougher for him by playing a diamond instead of a trump? Not really. You can always establish his tricks anyway. But we did get one trick in each suit. So 19, well, 85%. We did nothing deserving of 85%. Now, people are going to 5 diamonds. This is a balanced hand, and going to the 5 level with this kind of hand is really against the odds. But some people are, well, this guy doubled. Got a club lead. And now he has a discard. He can rough 2 diamonds to get his 10 tricks. Nice play from the robot. Diamond rough and the jack of spades from dummy. Nice play from the robot. Yeah. So there was a risk of getting 10 tricks. Once we made our hard trick, as I analyzed at the beginning, once we made our hard trick, then we had our 4 tricks. But he might have disposed of his hearts with a club play. Basically a finesse against the 10 at some point. Anyway, now we have 19 high card points. But this is a jump and no trump plan. Open your best minor, jump and no trump. And this should show us only 5, 6. I think we should prefer hearts over no trump with this kind of hand because clubs are a weak spot and our heart honors. Partner may be worried about his heart quality. And I don't think we should make any move towards slam like a cupid, a cut as a cupid at this point because our hand is not fitting that well with the partner. We have only 2 hearts. If we had 3 hearts, yes, we should. And as you can see here, we have 10 tricks, 7 hearts, ace, king, and ace, 10 tricks. And our best shot at an 11th trick is a spade. Getting out a spade trick out of this holding. So playing a spade to the 10, then a spade to the queen. If ace has an honor with the jack plus ace or the jack plus king, you get an extra trick. But that's not really likely after this king of club lead. By the way, he's a pass hand. He has king, queen of clubs. He may have king, jack, or ace, jack. Let's see. First thing, of course, is drawing trumps. There's no reason not to in this hand. Still one missing. Let's get it out. I think I need this fourth diamond at this point. And so let's begin our, okay, that's good, that's good, a good omen. He doesn't have ace king of spades, that's for sure. And so if he may have the jack, and if he has the jack, then we got our extra trick. Nope, not today, sir. But yesterday, sir, when he cashed the ace. Now we can have a pitch, we can claim. So the ace was bound to fall. They should have attacked diamonds earlier, but it's not that easy. And so 93%. Again, doing nothing spectacular, just playing a simple hand, not giving up on the over trick. Usually gives you good scores on this weekly free. It's not a strong field, has to be commented. But anyway, we have 13 points here, and then one hard opening bid. Partner's giving us a simple raise. He's just butting in, and we don't have any game aspirations and nothing, no good reason to beat anything here. Again, this is not as balanced a hand as deal one, which is still here. So, but our trumps are not great. We have stuff in the side suits, and so the only thing in favor of competing here to the 3 level is the vulnerability. Not vulnerable is really against vulnerable. It's a really good opportunity for that. But let's see if partner does it exactly. We don't have to take matters into our own hands. Partner did decide to bid it. So we have a wasted king of clubs here. And looks like we'll lose a club, 2 diamonds, a spade, and maybe a heart. I have to guess hearts. If it comes to that, at this point, the guess will be a finesse, because the double of 2 hearts usually shows some shortness in hearts. But let's see what will happen, because it depends on the ace of spades too. If we have to have rough 2 hearts and dummy, then finesse and what help, then we'll have to play for the heart 2-2. So first of all, begin by playing a low heart to dummy and to lead a low spade to our hand. Basically to find out who has the ace of spades. Typically it will be east, but no. And now we are in trouble regarding hearts. If hearts are 3-1, we are not going to capture the queen. Is we have to rough this 2 spades and dummy, unless we can develop a diamond trick. It's a good idea to try to do that. So what's going on with the diamonds? Low diamond to the queen, low diamond back. Well, there's nothing bad in trying to see if he'll cover. Okay, hearts are 2-2, now we can claim. Losing a diamond. Good news for us. And diamonds were 3-3, so we would establish a trick. If he had not played the queen duck, hoping that he had queen third, it's a normal result, 57%. Now we have 15. Not great 15, but certainly within range of a 1-0 trump opening bid. On 6, we have 5 diamond tricks and 2 tricks in the blacks, 1 in each black suit, apparently. So this is not an easy hand to play, though, because first of all, they have apparently 4 hearts and 2 aces to win. And so depending on how the black aces are positioned, we can establish a second trick before we establish our second black trick. What I mean is this. Let's say I play a club to the king at some point, either before or running all the diamonds, and the ace is in east, and he plays the ace of clubs and a club, either before or after cashing some hearts, doesn't matter. Now I don't have time to win a spade trick, because he'll win more than the 6 tricks that I can afford to lose. We'll win 4 hearts, 2 clubs, 2 aces, and at least 1 club trick. And if the ace of clubs is in west, when I lead a low club to the king, I win the trick. But then if I lead a spade and now the ace of spades is in east, he can win and my club queen is exposed. And there's no way to avoid this risk. I think the best we can do is to run the diamonds. We will see some discards because we have to guess how to play these black suits to our advantage. We can discard hearts, especially given that 8 of hearts there. We can discard hearts from our hand. When you're running a suit, it's always good to think about what you will be discarding from your hand. So we see a heart from here and a spade from here. And a club. I'll play a spade because it's a natural play. And if the ace is on side, things are much easier for us. But nope. Now, apparently, we will have trouble in scoring our club trick. Now, let's see if they can cash enough tricks to defeat us. In theory, they can. But sometimes. Okay, now the 8 of hearts stood up. That was a good surprise for us. And we can even make that 8 of hearts. If it, okay, no, we don't. Good. Bad defense. They could have scored more tricks in many different ways, such as ducking the spade or not blocking the hearts. But here we are. And now we have 14 and they clear one heart over call. All the arguments towards beating the 5-card suits are even stronger when you have 6 cards. Partner is showing a heart raise. And frankly, I'm a simple bidder here. Want to go to game if he has a good heart raise. And even though it might not be laid down, and it isn't, certainly we can lose 2 trumps in a very bad day and 2 aces. It's a very good game, even if it's not laid down. 6 of diamonds to the king. Okay, no more. Now they are giving me a chance of winning more than 10 or even 11 tricks. If hearts are 2-2 and diamonds are breaking. No good reason not to try to avail myself of that. We can, the ace of diamonds is surely in east. Let's play rough high. So it looks like diamonds are 4-2. And so we can't really run diamonds. We can hope for something like a bonanza of ace of hearts, trumps to 2, then 2 spades, a spade rough and dummy, and running. So I don't believe that. But this heart shift shouldn't be from the queen third. So maybe, can the ace of clubs be on side? That would leave east with ace king of diamonds, queen of, no, we can't. So the ace of clubs east with east. Now I can. If I play the ace of hearts, for example, and trumps are 3-1, then especially if trumps are 3-1 with east, then that might be tricky, but I don't believe that that's the case. If they are 3-1 with west, which is much more likely, I can play ace king of spades, spade rough, jack of diamonds, discarding my spade, and the contract is so safe. Okay, let's do that. As expected. So now we'll lose a club and the queen of hearts. %93. Okay, 23 high card points. That's a 2-club opening bid. When we have spades and hearts, it's usually a comfortable way to show your suits. This is hearts. I just like to check. This is hearts, of course. Now, I don't have a maximum. I have a minimum for a 2-club opening bid, but my minimum is still very slam worthy, very much slam worthy. So I would like, but there is no good way to raise hearts here other than 4 hearts. I would like to show him some enthusiasm, but there's no safe way of doing it. Only 5 hearts. So I have to trust him, and apparently he was attuned to this possibility. Now I have to show my key card. I have 4 of them. The 3 aces plus the king of trumps. He's asking about the queen. I do have it. So this is basically a 7 bid now. If he has, let's say, the minimum hand that he can have is something like ace 5 of hearts and another card, or ace 6 of hearts. So let's say ace 6 of hearts. You will have 10, 6 heart tricks, plus 5 side tricks, 11, 2 roughs, make 13, or maybe a 5th spade. So there's no doubt here. Yeah, the side card is set up with the 6th heart. And so we basically have to establish spades to get 5 heart tricks, 2 diamonds 7, 3 spades 10, the ace of clubs 11, the diamond rough 12, and the 5th spade will be the 13th trick. So we only need 1 rough in dummy, so we can draw all the trumps. Let's see if they are 2-2. Yes, they are. Can try to induce a jack here. Maybe sometimes he plays a jack. Of course, I don't intend to finesse, because the only problematic holding is spades 5-1, which is not the case, so we can just claim here. Unfortunately, spades are 3-3, which means 7 or trump is in the cards. I prefer them to be, wow, 100%. People are not really counting their tricks. Same bidding, but they are just over 5 spades, they're just following through the motions. 5 spades guarantees all key cards, by the way, because he's already committing to a slam. You can assume that in some circumstances, the queen ask after a key card inquiry will miss a key card, because he may have all but one, and he's looking for the queen of trumps to decide whether to go to slam or not. But not when the inquiry is on 5 spades. He can't be missing a key card and the queen of trumps. If my response is negative, then he's already in a bad slam, right? He's missing 1 key card and the queen of trumps. So 5 spades guarantees the ace of hearts. That's why we can't jump to 7 over 5 spades without bothering with showing kings. Okay. 15 high card points. Let's get back to this. 1 diamond opening bid. The 2 club rebid. Showing our suits. So we have a good hand, but can we make a game here? This is imp thinking, by the way. Match points, the question should be different. But even so, should we be moving? I don't think we should, especially not match points. But even in imps, I think I would just pass here. He may have a misfit. He may have like 2-2 in the minors, 3-3 in the minors. He has 3-4, so they have a lot of hearts. But even so, we have. Well, this is a good game. He has very nice hands for us, because he has a king of diamonds and the ace of spades. Let's shift these cards a little bit if he has a king of spades instead of the ace, for example. In imps, I would have delved deeper because the game bonus is too enticing. But in match points, let's just see if we can draw trumps. The lead established our clubs. We don't want to lose it. There's, of course, a remote, very remote squeeze possibility. Against King Queen of Spades and King Queen Jack 10 of Hearts. I don't believe in that. So I will just claim. 40%. I guess we had some company in our timidity. And a preempt. We have a nice hand. Here is very different from the other case of deal one, because if we want to get into this auction at all, we should do it by doubling. That places the game, the four major game in view, much more than a 4-diamond overcall, if we want to get involved. And we do. This hand is too powerful to let go quietly. So we double, and notice when they open a preempt, it's very different when they open one club, because our hand is already fairly balanced. It's unlikely that the partner is also balanced, because that would leave West and East extremely unbalanced. And so the odds that he has 5 cards in the major are much higher here than in over one club, one diamond in deal one. So let's double and abide by his decision. As expected, 5 spades and then a nice club lead, establishing our king, but apparently it's singleton. And if this guy has Queen Jack 8, we might have to like climb with the ace of diamonds right now and play ace of spade and a spade. Because 8 clubs to Queen Jack, he has to have 1 or 2 kings on the side. I think he would be too weak to open 4 clubs with only that. Let's do it. Okay. Now I lose a spade and a diamond. Can claim, actually. Now I lose a spade and a diamond. Yeah, he had both kings. Another 100%. This was, I think, I love card players, probably are aware by watching these videos. And I think this card reading is so much fun. And the idea of noticing that Wes has 8 clubs and nothing else, knowing this style of the robots a little bit, that he should have some card on the side to open a 4-club bid with only. This is not guaranteed with all opponents. I know plenty of people, maybe even myself, would open 4 clubs with only the clubs and no kings on the side. But that said, let's see what other tables have to show for us here. I want to see. Yeah, 4 diamonds. People are balancing with 4 diamonds, which is misguided, as I explained. Lots of people are going down in 4 spades. Let's look at one of them. Ace of clubs and a diamond. Try the finesses. I don't think that was well. She could still survive, right, by cashing this spade king offside. After the ruff is with a natural trump trick. So now just spade to the ace would still bring home the bacon, but it wasn't to be. Hope you enjoyed this, my friends, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.